am on my final second date. It's going to be with Robert.
And then we have to pick our dream daddy.
I know. It's so hard, though.
Because they're all likable.
Yeah, well, they all have different aspects of being likable.
I would hope. I mean, if it's a dating game, they should all have something interesting.
Yeah. I will say, these characters are written really well.
I don't know.
Like, yes, they all seem to have one focal point of their personality.
Well, no. That's fine. Because I feel like every human being can be,
I had a lot of fun with almost getting arrested last time.
But I would say the only issue I'm having with their writing is I feel like they're all too snarky. Like, no one in reality is this snarky. But for a game writing that it's supposed to be just fun and lighthearted and it's not supposed to be this, like, deep, involved drama exploring human psyche and picking, an actual human, it's fine. It's good game writing overall. There's some run-on sentences they could fix and stuff here and there, but it's great stuff overall. I'm eminently enjoying it. Assuming I used the right word there.
Going to bake.
Old family recipe I used to make with my grandmother when I was a kid. No, you won't. I start mixing it together
never the same.
for the crust until I get a nice dough. I throw some cherries into a saucepan and make the filling. Normally I don't like to multitask, but this cherry pie is a piece of cake. Pie? It's a piece of pie. I'm making a pie. Ah, man. I can never remember what temperature you're supposed to set the oven at. I'm pretty sure it's 375, but I could be wrong. Who am I kidding? I'm never wrong when it comes to this pie. My special twist on my grandma's recipe includes a secret ingredient. Not even Amanda knows. God, why can't I remember what the secret ingredient is? Dumbass.
More cherries.
Probably almond extract. It's definitely not salt. Oh, it's almond extract. Duh.
Yeah, no,
Oops,
not salt.
I accidentally poured a little too much in. Way too much in. I'm sure it's fine. Baking's some of the
sure
beautiful art is
it's
made from mistakes.
Fine. I'm glad I didn't choose salt.
In the oven. How long am I supposed to leave it in there? 50 minutes? I'll just wing it.
That's too much for a pie.
Idiot. Amanda's going to be excited. That kid loves a good pie. I have a seat in the kitchen table and do word jumbles until Amanda comes home. I hear the door slam open. Yo, Pops, it smells like pie in here. It's pie, sweetie.
It's pie.
Amanda darts over to the oven and looks inside. Yes! Hey, it's not done. Be patient. What's your angle here? What? Pies are an objective-based confection. What are you trying to get out of me? I've been leading a double life. Amanda, I have a terrible news for you. I'm actually a pro skateboarder and aspiring astronaut and bank robber. The lifestyle's calling me back and I must go. One less job. You know how it is. This pie was the only way I knew how to tell you. Well, I appreciate the years we spent together, but a trade-up is a trade-up. Remember when you're kicking your feet up at Ibza?
Yeah.
Thanks for all the pie. We'll share a cordial handshake. I wait a few more minutes before taking the pie out of the oven. I set it on a rack to cool and guard it so she doesn't dig into it before it's ready. Huh. What? Does it look kind of weird to you? Oh, that's just me taking artistic license on what cherry pie means to me emotionally.
Oh, God. What did you do?
I'm just saying this because, it seems like you might have baked this pie incorrectly. And you're currently, right now, trying to pass it off as a good thing. It's art, sweetie. Was it art when you accidentally baked a whole uncracked egg into the center of my 12th birthday cake?
Oh, my God.
Jesus. Well, Was it art when you tried to make brownies and accidentally created chlorine gas? What?
How do you even do that?
Jesus. Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Was it art when you... Just eat the pie, Panda. I cut us a few slices and we sit down to eat. The cherry filling oozes out of the sides and buttery crust glistens. Ugh. What's wrong? Is it not good? Amanda winces and fans her mouth. No, I just burned the heck out of the roof of my mouth. This pie's amazing. Sorry for doubting you.
Damn
Breathe a sigh
straight.
of relief and take a bite. She's right. This pie is pretty incredible. As it always is. I'm really proud of you for making a pie without burning the new house down. I got a few dad tricks up my dad's sleeve. Maybe fathers aren't as bumbling and stupid as the media makes us out to be. Maybe we as a society should have a little more respect for fathers as a whole. Dad, your sleeve is on fire. I run to the sink and put myself out. Pride will be my undoing. Amanda and I clean the kitchen and play a little more in the living room hoops before she retreats back to do her homework. I go back to my word jumbles. Hey, this one spells cat. Good lord.
You need better word jumbles.
The rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner, I help Amanda with one of her school scholarship applications, and we both start getting ready for bed.
And then...
I decide to check Dad Book one last time before climbing to bed. Still nothing from Robert. Hope he's okay. I turn out the lights and lie down.
He's in your bed.
Boop! Atticus, hey. Hey, Atticus. Hey, I'm outside. Come outside.
Dear Lord!
What's that? I was on the verge of falling asleep. I climb out of bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room.
Hey.
Hey, Dad. Daddy. Dad. Papa. Don't make me honk. I will honk. Get out here. I look out my window and sure enough, there's Robert leaning up against his pickup truck in my driveway.
Just go out there in your pajamas. It's fine.
Right. I open my door and try to figure out what's going on. Hey.
I'm outside.
Hey. Wanna hang? I was kind of sleeping. That's no fun. Come hang out. I would argue that sleeping is very fun, but I don't have to be anywhere in the morning. Might as well live a little.
Do you even have a job?
No. We don't talk about that.
How do you afford this house?
We don't talk about that.
How do you afford this house? All you do is
Life
stay
insurance.
at home and do ward...
Shh.
Oh.
Cool, going out like that. I look down and realize I am, in fact, not wearing pants.
Oh.
I mean, I don't mind. Right, 1 second.
Pants.
Run inside and throw on my going out pants, shoes, and a jacket. I grab my keys and meet Robert back outside.
Mm-hmm.
Ready? Ready. Hop in. I jump into the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. I have to move a few empty cigarette packages and a gas station receipt out of the way before I can sit. Robert silently starts the car and we drive out of the cul-de-sac. You like Tom Waits?
Dear Lord. The shaking. Tom who? Hoist that rag.
Wait, Before I can answer, Robert turns up the radio.
God damn it.
That's Tom Waits, all right. He lights a cigarette and cracks the window. We drive together in silence. So, where are we going? Robert doesn't respond. Robert? Oh, I heard you. He still doesn't answer my question. I look out the window and notice that Robert's taking us to the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. Well, whatever I've got myself into, it looks like I'm in for the night. We settle into my seat and watch the streetlights pass by. I glance over to him. He's driving intently. He looks tired, as he always does, but there's something a bit more there that I just can't place.
I feel like even if
This music! I remember what Robert said about hating small talk. Decided to keep my mouth shut. I like your pineapple. He notices me staring. I like your T-Rex. Stop looking so nervous. I'm not nervous. I am a little nervous. Just hang on. We're almost there. Almost where? I have no idea where we are. I think we're moving at a slight incline, but I'm not so sure. We eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of the car and I sit for a second, unsure if he wants me to get out too. What are you waiting for? I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of the truck and pats the space next to him.
Are we stargazing right now?
Probably.
Oh God, we're on Makeout Hill!
Woo!
It's Makeout Point!
The cool night air rustles some trees near us as lights blink into the distance. Off to the side I can see an entrance to a dense forest.
It's pretty though.
Man, it's also gorgeous. This is where I come to masturbate.
I wouldn't be surprised.
What?! I'm kidding. What's wrong with you? Oh. This is my little spot where I come to think. That's nice. You can see the whole city from up here. Really gives you some perspective. Robert reaches behind him and pulls something out from under his jacket. It glints in the moonlight and I suddenly realize what it is. Oh shit, that's a knife! Oh, please don't stab me! Robert reaches into his pocket, pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either! Robert takes the knife to the piece of wood and starts carving at it.
He's whittling.
Oh, I breathe a very audible sigh of relief as Robert looks at me sideways. Do you think I was gonna stab you? What? No. Hate to break it to you, but I did. In fact, bring you out here to harvest your organs. I would totally laugh. Yeah, well, I think you caught me in your trap, but I knew. For years I've been putting in the most vile junk food in my body for preparation for this day. Come at me, friend, and reap what you will. 2 steps ahead of you at all times. That's how I operate. Nothing gets past you, huh? Robert reaches into his pocket.
You can try to take my kidneys, but they are black.
I'm gonna warn you, the last guy had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know how the 8 basic rules of knife fighting. You're familiar, correct? I honestly can't tell when you're kidding. I'm so many levels of irony deep, I've forgotten what humor is. He and I laugh. Have you ever whittled before? Considering I'm not a grandpa? No. What do you mean by that? Well, I just thought that you would never have a block of wood shipped to you along with your first social security check. I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition joined by both young and old alike. That you're dismissing it before you even tried it speaks volumes about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some time and have come to think of you as friend, I'm willing to attribute your ignorance instead of malice. What I'm trying to say is, go get that stick. Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground. Perfect potential.
What
whittling.
constitutes as a good-looking stick?
It's got to be thick and long.
With 2 C's?
4, if it's a good stick.
4 C's. 4 cc's of wood.
Safety. Nope. Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands. I look at his damn hands. They're calloused and covered in little white scars. They're very nice hands. Huh. You can't make a stick omelet without breaking a few hand eggs. Jesus, Robert. While I'm distracted, the knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes all over my little wooden carving.
It's my only option.
Robert is lost in his carving, doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. Robert still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. I'm bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over. He reaches into his jacket. Again, Jesus, how much stuff does this guy keep in there? And
it's just like the Damien's cape.
He wraps it around his thumb. Hold tight. He hops off the truck and I can hear him rummaging around in his car. He comes back a moment later with a well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully wipes all the blood off my hand and swipes a bit of antiseptic onto the cut. With surprising gentleness, he places a bit of gauze on the wound and wraps it all up. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. He hands me what's left of the tube of antiseptic. Make sure to keep that cut clean. It's oddly touching and a little sexy?
Question mark?
Everyone likes the rugged men.
Right.
Guess I'm a real whittler now. That you are. Be careful, though. They're attracted to the smell of blood. Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of blood? Cryptids. Tons of them out here. You know? Cryptids? Like Mothman and stuff? Mothman is bullshit, but yeah, this town's a hotbed for cryptozoological occurrences. You're joking? Oh, how I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself, or at least I thought I was. There are things in these woods that we can't possibly comprehend. I think about my entire time in the city. Aside from the occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad.
You know what he reminds me of? Emmett.
Yes.
He reminds me of Emmett.
Yeah, but I feel like...
Not as
much, though.
But he does. Emmett is one of our friend's boyfriend?
I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
We haven't kept in touch.
We haven't.
We're bad friends.
Yeah. No.
I'm a bad friend.
But he was into cryptozoology, and he was kind of, like, rugged. He had knives on him.
He was a Bigfoot hunter.
He was. I don't know. He reminds me of Emmett.
I can kind of see it. You ever hear of the Dover ghost? I don't think so. Well, let me tell you a story. I was out in the woods and all here on the weekend camping with Betsy. You don't know Betsy, but she's a big pup, pit bull, real intimidating. I feel safe around her. Right. Sure.
Isn't that the dog we saw earlier?
I don't think she had a name when we saw her at the graveyard, but...
That's hilarious.
Maybe. I think he's kidding. First night goes without incident. I get some solitude. Betsy gets to pee wherever she wants. All good stuff. Second day, I get the idea in my head that I can hike deeper into the woods. Probably against my better judgment, but hey, we're just having a fun camping trip, right? So me and Betsy start marching in the morning. It gets a little late, we set up camp, but it's different this night. Real quiet, I can't hear the birds. The crickets, squirrels, nothing. Dead silent. Then it happens. I hear the most unholy growl I've ever heard in my entire life. Right outside my tent. Me and Betsy, we go to investigate. We look around the clearing. Nobody's there. But there's this feeling, not sure if I can quite describe it. I know something is watching us. Betsy, though, she's scared. Never seen her like that. And when she's scared, I know I should be too. And then I see it in the distance. And then I fired. And then I missed. Sorry, I couldn't resist it. A man. But if something that didn't know what a man was supposed to look like made it just looked wrong. Big arms, too strong for his body, black eyes, just stood there and stared at me. Then it disappeared. I hear one yelp from Betsy, and I'm turning around to check on her, but she's gone. Into thin air. I didn't sleep at all in my tent that night, and I don't think I've slept right since.
That's terrible.
Wow, Robert. I'm so sorry. They say that if you listen closely on quiet nights just like tonight, you can hear the howl of the Dover ghost. A howl resonates through the woods. It doesn't sound like a regular howl. So guttural, even from far away. Something that about it makes my skin crawl. Okay, Robert, real funny. I turn to look at Robert. He's white as a sheet. You're messing with me, right? I was messing with you up until literally just now. I totally made that camping story up. I strain my eyes to scan the forest line, trying to see where the howl originated from. Off in the distance, I see something. It's so far away, I barely make out a shape. It looks human, but it's dragging something. Do you see that? We should go. Robert and I slowly back away and get in the truck. He turns off his headlights and we make a slow crawl away back onto the road. I'm too scared to look back. What was that? The Dover ghost, I guess. I chuckle nervously. This time he doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage in a wildlife preserve? Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves. We sit in silence for a while longer, the fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city. Thanks for coming out. This was fun. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I've just been in a way lately. I had to get out of the house. I had to be around somebody. You doing okay, man? Robert thinks for a second and I light another cigarette. Whatever. Been doing a lot of thinking. He takes a long drag.
I'm probably drinking.
As I get older, I feel more and more that I'm just drowning in this sea of regret. I was so busy chasing after these things I thought would make me happy. I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about was myself. I didn't even think. Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road. Maybe I'm just built like this. Or maybe I do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm as unhappy as I am. I try to think of something to say. I remember all the times in my life when I've been sad, and there's a great many of them. But there was always a light at the end of the tunnel, something I held on to that kept me going. But there's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking.
Maybe we deserve to be eaten.
It must have taken a lot for you to want to tell somebody this. You're a mysterious guy, Robert. You don't have to be. Do you ever wish you were a better father? I think about it for a second. All the time. You can read all the parenting books you want, but nothing will ever prepare you for raising a child. There's so much stuff I regret or wish that I could have done better. I don't have the answers. I don't know if anyone does. It's funny. I look at you and your relationship with your daughter, and it seems perfect. It isn't. At least you're there for her. I stare out the window at the blur of passing trees. I just hope I'm a better father to my kid than my dad was to me. What did your dad do? It's more about what he didn't do. He was quiet, stoic. I don't think he ever told me once that he loved me. He cared more about his work than he ever did about me or Mom. Do you hate him? No, I used to, but after I became a parent, I just kind of felt bad for him. He missed out on my whole childhood. When I think about all the happiest moments of my life, they're all with Amanda and Alex, and he just wasn't there. It hurt like hell when I had to leave him to die in that Belarusian prison. I can't even... What? I turn and smile at him. No, he's retired in Florida with my mom. We go there every Christmas. We both break into laughter. He pats me on the shoulder. We drive the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. He drops me off at my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize I still have his pocket knife in my jacket. I pull it out and offer it back to him. Nah, you hold on to that. Never know when you might need it. Night, Robert. Have a safe drive home. Robert smirks, then pulls away.
I have plenty in my other jacket.
Right. He then immediately pulls into his driveway, which is one over from mine. He gets out and waves. I tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming in out of the kitchen with a glass of water. I thought you were sleeping. Oh, Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting. You know the Mothman is bullshit, right?
Don't you speak lies in this house.
Amanda, Lang, you know what? It's fine. I think about the conversation I had with Robert in the car as Amanda starts walking towards her room. Hey, Amanda. She stops. I love you. It's weird when you say it outright and sincerely like that, but I love you too. Night. I chuckle to myself, then finally decide to go to bed.
Alright, let's see how I did.
Hey, Rick.
Paranoia is all the way up. No whiskey this time. Eric!
Woo! Alright. 2 dates done with every dad
No.
that you wanted to date.
Yes.
So, next time we'll pick our dream dad
Yep.
and end this series.
Yep.